All right, this is FIGHTASTIC, and I'm back with another fight pick that pays. And today, I'm breaking down this middleweight fight between Nikita the Butcher Tszyu versus Michael Pretty Boy Zerafa. The odds makers have set the line at -115 for both fighters. This is a pick'em fight. Depending on what books you shop at, Tszyu is listed as a slight favorite at -120. Let's break down this fight, starting with Tszyu. Tszyu comes into this fight with a record of 11-0 with 9 KOs. He's 27 years old. He's a light middleweight, and he fights out of the southpaw stance. Let's switch gears and talk about some of his strengths. He has power in both hands, and he has the ability to force his opponents to fight at his tempo. He also has an extremely high finish rate. Let's flip the script and talk about some of his weaknesses. Starting with, he has defensive gaps. Sometimes he leaves himself vulnerable to getting hit clean. Also, he lacks experience fighting against veteran fighters. Let's switch over and talk about Zerafa. Zerafa comes into this fight with a record of 33-5. He has 21 KOs. He's 33 years old, and he's a light middleweight, and he fights out of the orthodox stance. Let's switch gears and talk about some of his strengths, starting with his durability. He's got the durability to get in there and bump and grind and mix it up with his opponents. He's not afraid to clinch and lean on his opponents and really grind it out to try to get the victory. He also has that veteran savvy. He's got 38 fights on his record, so he has more experience in the fight game than Tszyu. Let's flip the script and talk about some of his weaknesses, starting with his age. He is 33. He's a little chinny. His chin durability, there's a question mark there. He's been stopped before. Also, his footwork, he's a little slow in his movements and his footwork. So he doesn't have that foot speed that he may need to keep up tempo with Tszyu. Let's talk about the path to victory for each fighter, starting with Tszyu. What does Tszyu have to do to get his hand raised? He has to bring that power, and he has to bring that pressure. He has to force Zerafa into a backward pedaling type fight. He has to be the aggressor. So he has to use his youth and his speed and tempo to really dictate where the fight goes. And he can't afford to let Zerafa pressure him against the ropes with the clinch, lean on him, and make this messy type of fight. He has to keep it clean with the punches. He has to stick and move and use that footwork to get the victory. Let's switch over and talk about Zerafa. What does Zerafa have to do to get his hand raised? Zerafa has to implement his fight IQ, his experience. He has to let that be the leader in this contest. Also, he has to move his head off the center line. He can't afford to leave his head centralized and still. He's been caught before, so he has to stay light on his toes and move around. He can't afford to stay planted and trade shots with Tszyu. That's a dangerous game for him. So his path to victory is to really keep that fight in close, tie up Tszyu with dirty boxing against the ropes, lean on him and wear him down. And if he can't get the stoppage, he needs to outpoint Tszyu so that if it lands on the cards, he finds that the points are in his favor and he wins the fight by a decision or on points. That's his main key to victory. Now, as I said, the odds makers think that this fight will be a competitive fight, and so do I. So, the FIGHTASTIC pick is not to pick a side in this contest. It's just too close to call. All it takes is one punch. All it takes is a mistake from either fighter and the bet is lost. So the FIGHTASTIC pick is a prop bet. The prop is the fight to go 9 rounds plus. So that's the FIGHTASTIC pick. It's a prop bet to go to the 9th round plus. That is the pick. That's the prediction. That's it, and that's all. And until the next episode, as always, bet smart, not with your heart.